Good morning. My name is George Benavides, and I'm a targeted veteran. I'm a Manchurian candidate, a test subject uh, operated by the military, CIA, FBI, COINTELPRO, MKUltra, Department of Veterans Affairs. I've been falsely in prison, mentally incarcerated. They have weaponized my smartphones, devices, using satellites, drones, electronic warfare, a neighborhood coup, and infusion centers. Today, I want to discuss about something. What are the signs that this is a silent war? What are people rebelling about? What are the signs? Well, you have to ask yourself. China has banned Apple products in their government, and the Russians are trying to cut the Google fiber optic under the ocean, which only leads to believe how this war is being played out. If foreign countries don't allow Apple smartphones and the Russians are trying to cut Google, two and two together make a plug-in of a silent weapon. I've read articles, articles about the Russian war and Ukraine war. They're using smartphones to attack people on the battlefield, okay? We know how this weapon's being used. The devices we own are being weaponized. They're using AI to make up false medical symptoms, okay? And the way people are killing themselves is that you talk on your smartphone, oh, I feel down today. Well, the AI is recording it. Or you plug in your smartphone on Facebook, well, I feel bad. It's going to get you. It's tying a noose around you. You may feel the same symptoms next year. Be careful, okay? It's a silent war that's gathered together, plugged in from sea to shiny sea. Okay, and people are finding out what the hell's going on. I own an iPhone. I own an iPhone. I own an iPhone. This is an Apple 16. It's an Apple 16. It's an iPhone Apple 16. Okay, and when I put this in my pocket, I start feeling pain on that certain part of my body. Wherever this iPhone's at is where I experience pain. Be careful. It's a directed cassette. It's a directed cassette for the satellite to attack your anatomy, your bones, your muscles. It does that. This is a weapon, okay? It's a weapon. Notice the circle in the center? That's a target. It's going to target that circle to hunt you down and gather your information, okay? Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, it's a weapon, all right? Being deployed all over the United States. They have turned these devices into a tracking GPS to hunt you down. And wherever this is at is where you're going to experience pain. Wherever it lands is where you're going to direct energy or direct the target. Okay? You're easy tracked. The only people making a profit are the shareholders. But the shareholders are going to be victimized too. It's stupid. Okay? Be careful. I'm using a spectrum analyzer, okay? I'm using a spectrum analyzer. You can find this on, and I'm using a compass. The satellite position is going to be 183 degrees south. The other satellite that's positioned is going to be out that window, at approximately 338 degrees northwest. That's where the satellites are positioned. Who owns those satellites? China? Russia? Fusion centers? FBI? CIA? Let me explain to you something, guys. The CIA is not going to label their satellites CIA satellites. The FBI is not going to label their satellites FBI satellites. If they're hovering over the United States, they're going to label them China or Russia. It's only smart. Would an undercover cop drive a undercover cop police a decked out car? Hell no. They're undercover. They're trying to seal that. It's common sense. Okay. Back in 2012, I was looking at the satellite database, and they're all converting satellites now to Neuralink. They're blaming Elon Musk. Okay. Because it's a stock war. They're investing in the products. All right. They're tracking us. They're torturing us using neighborhood coups. Apple is notorious. Okay. They're notorious for that. All right. What else I'm going to share with you? It's the directed device. Look. It's a directed device. It's quiet in his house, okay? Coo! Coo! After I'm done, there should be no noise. That is the sound of Havana syndrome. No doubt. And Apple's notorious for blocking my information. They're trying to block me out, defending their device. Very sensitive to sound. Coo! That's Havana syndrome. It's trespassing my home to attack me. I've been falsely in prison, mentally incarcerated for 32 years, and they're trying to kill me to cover up conspiracy. It's an act of espionage, treason, torture, espionage, illegal eavesdropping and wiretapping, sabotage, a coup. I mean, it's obvious, man. But Apple is trying to block my testimony, and they will be called into trial. You'll be called into court to figure out how long you've been spying on me, what you've been doing behind the doors. You'll be coming up with employees and staff and whistleblowers who've been watching this. I guarantee you. There's an act for whistleblowers. And if they feel there's a federal crime in progress, they're going to blow the whistle. It's inside, and they're going to blow the whistle on your company, and they're going to win millions of dollars. Please stop tampering with federal court order evidence. Please stop tampering with federal evidence. Thank you, and God bless America.